The American Trucking Association is lying about the driver shortage, and I can prove it. Here we go. There's no driver shortage. Let's look at it. There's only a driver surplus. Because if you have 5,000 trucks and you can hire 10,000 drivers a year, there's plenty of drivers around. There's no shortage of drivers. There's a surplus of drivers. And the Department of Labor bears that fact out, that nearly 300,000 people a year get a new CDL, and yet they're only short 80,000 drivers. There's plenty of drivers. Here's a good example. In Midland, Texas, in the Midland, Texas area, in the oil basin, they need drivers. They really are short of drivers. Really, really short. And when you're short, your pay goes up. And here's an example. Here's an article that I found. Look at how much drivers are making. We're going to be right back. Check this article out. And there's going to be a link to this article in the description if you want to go read it yourself. Okay, here we go. That's what a real driver shortage does to drivers' pay. They're making tons of money there. So drivers are making $140,000 a year in that area. Now look, I looked into it. There really are jobs paying $100,000 plus down there. Even $140,000. There's some companies paying $35 an hour plus overtime past 40. That's $52 an hour for overtime. And just 30 hours of overtime, if you worked 70 hours like many drivers already do, you'd get $1,500 just in overtime down there, okay? That's what a driver shortage is, because most of the trucks down there are local, meaning you may not come home every day, but you don't go all around the country. You're staying in the area, a few hundred miles of the area. And it's 300 miles from Dallas, so there's not a lot of people that live there. They've hired everybody, and they need people to move in there. Many places are providing housing or a subsistence for housing, $400 or $500 a month toward housing. That's a driver shortage. 140,000. These other big companies, mainly the mega companies that can't get drivers, they always pay a penny, a nickel, they give you a little bit here, they throw you some crumbs and you think you're full. But that's not the case. They're lying about the shortage. There's no nationwide shortage. There's a localized shortage. And if you want, you can go down there to Midland and pick up one of those jobs. 140 grand, that's $2,600 plus a week. That could change some lives. Look, don't believe anything they say. If they had their tongue notarized at the American Trucking Association, I wouldn't believe them. Okay, that's a fact. No driver shortage. Many of you in the comments have been bamboozled by this. You're saying, well, Mark, what about the shortage? What about the shortage? There's no shortage. That's what about it. There's no shortage, just a localized shortage in certain areas, just like that, where they need way more drivers than they can get. Okay? Thanks for watching today. We're going to be back soon with more trucking answers.